Okay, so let's move on to the next story of the day. You will remember that a couple of days ago we talked about the SEC who were trying to investigate and look to see whether or not there's any fraud or any dodgy business going on in the WallStreetBets forum. And I had made the comparison that if they're going to do that, are they going to investigate Jim Cramer, Fox Business, MSNBC, CNBC, all of these business and stock market and trading and investment shows where they're quite obviously trying to influence people to buy or to sell. This was the clip.
Which is why I feel bold enough to recommend, oh boy, here we go. Frank Slootman's, baby. Yeah, I am pushing the buy button. Buy. Snowflake. Along with a couple.
Now, when I made the comparison between Jim Cramer and the Wall Street Bet, I wasn't disparaging Jim Cramer at all, just highlighting that basically what they are doing is the same. One person is sitting in a centralized way, in the studio, giving his opinion, whether it's his opinions or not, to a large audience, compared to a 2.0 version of that, where you have a large number of people just discussing in a large number of conversations. And as it happens, Jim Cramer also agrees. This clip is hilarious. Jim knows better than anybody else what you can and can't say when it comes to pushing stocks, what is free speech, and what is seen as manipulation. Okay, we're going to play the clip in a minute, but I really must take my hat off to you, Jim Cramer, because I couldn't agree with you more. And this guy who's arguing for more regulations and tighter restrictions on this kind of trading activity that's going on in Reddit is just really does represent exactly the kind of people the only people that I've ever seen to be against the wins that Reddit is having at the moment. Just basically an elitist. These people don't know what they're doing. We need to protect them from themselves. They don't have a chance. They're going to lose money. They don't really know what they're doing. They can't answer the reasons why they want this stock. And as Jim Cramer says, they don't need to answer any of these stupid questions. They don't need to have any of these justifications. All they need to say is, we like the stock. You can put them up in court. Why did you buy it, sir? I like the stock. But you don't know anything about it. I like it. I like the stock.
What kind of case do they have? We like the stock. We like the stock.
What about because it's not profitable, or because of this, or the CEO? I like the stock.
I actually think, Herb, that they're smarter than we think. They're after the ones that are too shorted. No, short selling is not dead, but they're very smart about what to target.
Wait a minute. What you just said, target. So here's my question. How is it that they can target, and that's legal, and if there was, in the old days, a bear raid, that was illegal? When does this become manipulation, Jim?
It's such a tough question because, remember, what's manipulation? How about if an analyst came out right now and said, I think GameStop is going to 250? Would we give that person a pass? Yes, because of the First Amendment. No, listen to me. Different. It's First Amendment protection versus the idea of a group getting together to bust the shorts. But if the group is not a real group, it's just a lot of people who love it, it's going to be very hard for the U.S. Attorney to do anything, Herb. What is it? The SEC. They're not. What kind of case do they have? We like the stock. We like the stock. I mean, that's the kid where Ryan Cohen got in. He bought 15% at $8. He's on the board. We like the stock. How is that bad? Or do you think that they're concentrated and doing some sort of manipulation if they say they like the stock?
Well, I don't know if they're concentrated because I don't have subpoena power and I can't really go out
that's
and look
always
at
been
it.
your problem.
I could argue I don't even know if there are foreign powers at work here behind the scenes trying to make chaos of our markets.
Let me ask.
Justify the stock somehow, and that's where I believe you get into this issue of aggressive accounting, which people don't pay attention to any of that anymore. They haven't for a long time. People start getting more aggressive. They get hooked on the drug of aggressiveness, and that's why Jim Chanos is out there talking about the golden era of fraud.
I was literally
this is going to be
that.
A very interesting period going forward.
I was literally thinking of Chanos saying the golden age of fraud when he was with us.
The golden age of fraud?
The other day.
Wait. Okay, so tell me, was the fraud Wall Street Bets decided to go after Bed Bath because some idiots are shorted when the whole company has changed? 67% short and the whole company's better than it used to be? What is the case to be short Bed Bath & Beyond?
And Jim Cramer is just totally right. You can't argue with that logic. If you like this show, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. I hear it helps. So, yeah. Anyway, see you tomorrow.